Hi Pisces, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your love energy check for November. Thanks for being here with me. I was moving in October, so I wasn't here as much, so I'll be back more frequently coming up here. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. I'm talking to my angels and guides of the highest vibrations. They're talking to your angels and guides of the highest vibrations. And I'm asking for information for you for your present time, greatest good, most benevolent outcomes. So what you need to know, we're going to be looking at your tree, your old wise tree spread, kind of getting the energy around you. And then I'm going to do a love Sitch spread to see what's going on. And the first card that you have coming out is the Ace of Swords. So that's reversed. Let's see what else is going on for you, Pisces. Pisces, your big picture is the first thing that I'm noticing, and it's justice. There's karmic justice afoot, karmic justice in the air for you right now. So let's see what's going on. Your advice is the next thing that I'm noticing, and it's the Two of Cups. So this Two of Cups is advising you to, first of all, look at kindred spiritship around you. And second of all, well, no, there are three. Second of all, it's talking about looking at, it's like seeing something for what it is. There's a lot of love in a particular situation. There's a lot of connection in a particular situation. And I feel like some of you are saying or thinking or feeling that maybe this love is too good to be true, or this isn't really what this is. It's like there's some kind of self-doubt going on there. And we'll clarify and get more information about that. But it's, your advice is really saying, look at this for what it is. There is a lot of love here. This is also about self-love, masculine and feminine energy, non-duality coming together. So this is also very much about loving yourself, but it's also loving a partner, loving a partnership, or recognizing a partnership for how much love there actually is in this connection. So let me look at, I'm looking at your heart of the situation. And the reason why this might be coming up in your advice, self-love, self-care, recognizing yourself, but also recognizing love in this connection, is because it looks like there's some kind of reciprocity that's not happening, or it feels like one person is giving more than the other. And there's a lot of healing from releasing burdens. This is also about somebody releasing burdens, so they're literally not giving as much as they were, or it might seem that way because these burdens that they released were not theirs to begin with. They took them on for somebody else. But if somebody else gets used to, you holding the container for them, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm out, I'm not doing that, they're going to feel like you're not doing your part. But really, was it your part to begin with? So there's some kind of contract that's come to a close, and that can be done with love. It doesn't have to be done, in a weird way. I'm also feeling like some people do this, and it is, I'm hearing it's a tragedy, and it is a tragedy, but some people, they have to make something bad in order to leave it, or they have to like blow up or have rage or something has to go wrong in order to leave it. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can just be, this isn't feeding me the way I needed to feed me anymore. And like, really, it's not about, there's a lot of love here. It doesn't have to be angry. So there's something coming up about that happening now and into the near future. I feel like I just said that. It's like there's some kind of opportunity that you're not taking, and that's okay for whatever reason. It's like, I'm not taking it partially because I don't have enough information about what it is that I want in order to take on this opportunity or this offer that's being given. I also feel like something's happened where you're just not reacting. It's like, I'm not reacting to this. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, I'm not reacting. Some kind of karmic justice happening here at this time. So let's see. Actually, I am going to start clarifying just right off the bat. So release the idea that you're going to be stuck in a situation that's making you doubt your abilities, your psychic awareness, but also release the idea that you're going to be like depressed or down or in your emotions in that way for a long period of time. It's like almost if it's been like that for some time already, there's a new cycle that's starting. There's a new cycle that is starting. Yeah, I'm hearing the word appeasement, someone appeasing you, someone giving you, feeding you soup, you know? You're aware of it. Why is that coming up? Right, there's some kind of connection and you're like, okay, is this just appeasing me? Are they just telling me what I want to hear kind of thing? Okay, and maybe that's the reason why the non-reaction. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, there's some kind of, this is interesting because here we have the Two of Cups in your advice. And then when we're clarifying this non-reaction, here's the Two of Cups reversed. It's almost like this ending of some cycle, this ending. You're not reacting to it maybe the way that you once would have reacted, right? Here's the King of Pentacles that just popped out. So this King of Pentacles, it seems like a different reaction than you would have given this King of Pentacles in the past. This King of Pentacles, I feel like is coming across as, or wanting to come across as somebody who has it together, is offering you something solid, safe, and secure. And you're like, yeah, something has gone on to create some karmic justice where you are not in a place where you feel like you have to jump through hoops or jump. There's some kind of ending with this person that you are, you're not feeling like you need to jump through hoops about. This self-love, knowing that there's a lot of love, knowing there's a lot of love in this ending is there. No, heart of the situation, no longer being involved in the reciprocity, laying down the burdens of this. Let's take a look at that a little bit more. Just when you're laying down the burdens of this is a reconciliation card, but let's see. But here's an imbalance card too. So it's very possible that the reason behind this break is a third party situation, or I feel like it is something that happened in the past, but there's some kind of patience. It's like, I don't have patience for that. I ain't got time for that. It's like, this isn't the right time to do that type of alchemy. Getting over it. I'm hearing somebody saying, I'm not getting over it. And it's not, I'm not getting the feeling that somebody's not getting over it. I get the feeling that you are, it's not like I'm over it. It's more like I can't go backwards. I can't go backwards. I'm not going to forget. That kind of feeling. Let's take a look at this Two of Cups. Some kind of unfinished business. But even though there's unfinished business, that didn't totally fall out. So I'm just going to keep that in here. But the unfinished business around this has to do with self-love in order to complete the cycle, complete the circle, which is this justice, karmic justice coming through. It's like something is coming to a close. Okay, so this Ace of Swords reverse is cutting things away that don't serve you, having to do with some kind of, wow, I'm hearing Knight Apprentice. This feels like a younger energy or a younger person, but it could just be a grown person acting young. But this is them kind of coming with an offer, coming with some kind of love offer, but it's not the kind of love offer that is solid or safe or committed or real. And this is clarifying, cutting things away that don't serve you. You're like cutting away nonsense is what I'm feeling. And you're doing that because you're loving yourself. And you're like, you know, bless it and leave it kind of thing. You're blessing it and letting it go, releasing it, but you're cutting away nonsense out of your life. And again, here's this Page of Cups in your higher self position. This is not taking an offer. So you've gotten that a couple of different times. That kind of apathy card, like just not reacting, non-reaction, but this is like not taking an offer. And your angels and guides are talking about somebody not having complete control over their emotions, or somebody not being in an emotionally safe place to make this offer. It's like you're evaluating who's making this offer, and it's some kind of, this is the offer. Yeah, again, I'm just hearing no nonsense. I'm not suffering through nonsense is what I'm hearing. So let's take a look at this offer. Wow. And not taking this offer because it looks like you've left behind some kind of past life relationship, or you've released a past life connection. And let's take a look at this King of Cups reversed. This does feel like somebody in the past who, you know, this could very well be an emotional tantrum that happened in the past that was surprising or shocking. Let's see. And then also in your, I have resistance to being action oriented right now. That's coming up a lot. There's all of a sudden this feeling of just like sitting back and contemplating, or sitting back and watching or observing. Yeah, and again, with love, with an open heart, with love, but there's just non-action going on right now. I want to know more about that karmic justice. Wow. So the karmic justice is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So whatever this separation was, whatever this ending was, karmic justice was actually you refilling and recouping all of your resources, time, energy, effort, love, money, information, education, whatever those resources were. You built them up for yourself and became really independent. This is also someone who's very spiritually aligned, talking to their guides. So the karmic justice that happened here was that you got back into your own energy and you started building your resources again for you. So past, present, future. In the past, there was some kind of feeling of not having complete self-awareness and complete self-confidence. And that was made blatantly obvious to you somehow. I feel like somebody was actually trying to siphon some confidence from you, but it was illuminated and you saw that. You saw, ooh, I'm hearing plot or scheme, but you saw some kind of strategy. And in present time, you've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and you've got this King of Swords. So the Ten of Pentacles reversed is talking about dysfunctional group dynamics, dysfunctional relationship dynamics. And here's energy. And right now, this is a little bit layered. There is someone who's being strategic still, and looking at these dysfunctional dynamics, trying to figure out how can I use these dysfunctional dynamics and strategize and like bring something to myself. So on one hand, this can be you and your action-oriented energy about strategizing around dysfunctional dynamics. What am I going to do with this? But I also feel like this is you being aware of them. But this is also, I feel like, someone who is strategizing and trying to use, I'm even hearing defeatism, but somebody is trying to use dysfunctional dynamics to their advantage. And with that world card popped up, that was, this unfinished business. Your outcome is talking about not fully going through a rite of passage. I feel like there's some closure that needs to happen here. I want to know about this closure, Pisces. Right. There's something that really needs to be released. There's it's like the end of this relationship, that and releasing, blessing and releasing something with love. This one wants to come out too, right? There's some closure that's needed here, because this rite of passage, you're not going through this rite of passage fully. And it's like, I don't have enough information to do that just yet. What information do you need? The information that you need has more to do with what makes me so happy. What makes me so happy? This is a marriage card. This is the 1111 card, twin flame card, engagement card, that kind of thing. It's like, I feel like the holdup is you trying to figure out what it is that you want, what it is that inspires you so much before you actually make a decision. It's almost like you're wondering, is it worth it? Let me just do a little clarification for this 10 of Pentacles reversed. Someone, yeah, this feels like someone's trying to emotionally manipulate, is what it feels like, while you're going through some kind of healing process. So I want to look at your advice here, this 2 of Cups, and clarify that. And so here you have the 4 of Cups, and this time it's reversed. So the first time we see it is happening now and into the near future, and you're saying, I'm not really taking action right now. And this is the action to take right now is self-care and self-love, and also recognize the love and all the love in the whole situation. It's like seeing it with love rather than seeing it with, I'm even hearing disgrace, seeing it with love instead of seeing it with disgrace, or seeing it with love instead of seeing it with sadness or anger or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at your love sitch here. Pisces, what's going on? Let's just take a look. So that's the energy around you in present time. Looks like it has a lot to do with love, with past love, how you're healing, how you're moving forward. So we're going to look at your situation. We're going to look at your energy around the situation, the person who you're thinking of, their energy around the situation, energy that you share in common, possible outcome, and energy that you don't see coming this month around the situation, Pisces. So let's see, here we go. We have got the 9 of Cups, all of your wishes coming true, and Ace of Pentacles, grounding into all of that, and Page of Wands, the door opening. Wow, this is so interesting too. All these cards together, there's so much gold energy, there's so much healing energy here. So there's this situation where it looks like there's an offer being made. This also could be a house or a home, or some kind of, like, if you're getting something new, some kind of big thing. But it's like wishes and dreams coming true, doors opening for you, Pisces. And that's the situation. Like, there's this energy of great abundance right now, great abundance, messages of great abundance, things coming into fruition for you. Okay, so that's the situation. Let's look at your energy around this situation, and then we'll do some clarifying. So you're like, I'm in self-validation mode. You could be manifesting all of these things to yourself. You're also like, I'm letting the universe do its thing. Instead of like forcing anything or controlling anything, I'm letting the universe do what it needs to do. Right. And you're talking about a tower moment. You're talking about a huge change. So instead of like you're self-validating, you could very possibly be manifesting, co-creating with the universe, but you're talking about a huge blow you out of the water type change that I feel like you're expecting. And let's look at the person that you're thinking about. They're talking about overcoming self-sabotage. And it's like not being able to see the future. They're really in their head, where you're like self-validating, co-creating, being ready for change or going with the flow kind of thing. This person is totally in their head. And it's like they're in their head about coming toward you, offering you. Ooh, I just heard compensation, offering you all this compensation. This is a romance spread. Of course, you know, as it relates to you, as you resonate with it. But I feel like what this is talking about is a transactional type of relationship. So it's not like, I love you, so this is what I do for you. It's more like, well, when I do this, then you do this. It's like this transactional thing. And that's something that I feel, this just kind of popped up. So it's clarifying what I just said, but it feels like constantly being stuck, constantly, the expectations there are not healthy expectations. So this person's up in their head, not being able to make decisions. And it has to do with coming toward you, offering you something. So all of these dreams and wishes, offering you stability, opening the door, and you're like, I'm observing. So that's kind of what it was earlier in that other spread too. Let's take a look at, I'm just sitting here and observing to see what happens kind of thing in order to make decisions. You don't have enough information yet. Okay. This person is saying that they don't have enough information yet either. Exactly. So both of you are sharing that energy. Let's look at the energy that you share. And here you are getting very clear with, I feel like this is your energy, Pisces, but getting very clear with your intention. This is what the energy that you share. So they're getting very clear with their intention as well, or they're honing in on you getting clear on yours. Okay, so both of you are sharing that. Here's some kind of a halt. Like there's just a halt in energy, a halt in, oh, I'm hearing motivation, moving forward. And this is like, we've done this before. We've played this game before. So here's the Fool reversed. Not my first rodeo kind of thing. This isn't new. This is something that's been going on for some time. I feel like there's been a halt in energy transference. I think there's been a halt in communication or that energy flow. So let's see, I'm gonna clarify all this in just a moment, but I want to look at what the possible outcome is for this situation. Pisces, what's the possible outcome? Here's some hermiting. So here's more going within and non-communication or non-flow of energy. This is also the Judgment card. So this would be a reconciliation card, but it's reversed. So for me, this is like, I'm still thinking about the past. I'm reflecting on the past. Wow. And I feel your angels coming in, your guides coming in when I say that. So really getting back into hermiting, reflecting about the past. Like there's something in the past that was very significant. It's not like the kind of thing that you can forget about, move past. It's something that's significant that needs to be taken into account, or someone needs to be accountable for it. And this is the energy that's coming toward you this month. A possible outcome is basically continuing to be in this space of non-motion around it. This is not building the bridge, you know, not building the bridge of moving forward just yet. It's hanging tight. And I don't necessarily feel like it's stuck energy. I don't feel like it's like energy with no movement. I feel like there's a huge reason to hang tight. There's a huge reason to continue reflecting. So there's non-motion, there's not this movement or action, but there's some reason why this continuation of reflecting goes on instead of action. Okay, so let's take a look at that. I want to look at the situation because we've got this Nine of Cups, this Ace of Pentacles, and this Page of Wands. So like this, all these like amazing wishes coming true, and this offer of stability coming in, doors being opened. What is going on? Okay, so having a lot to do with not having gone through a rite of passage, having the opportunity to go through that. However, when I'm asking about this Ace of Pentacles, this offer looks very mind gamey. This offer is really about sabotage. I want to win. Somebody wants to win something, or it's that feeling of somebody wanting to see if they still got it kind of thing, or this is mental. Ooh, I'm hearing mental abuse, emotional abuse, but this is, yeah, mind games. It's mind games. So opening this door, trying to open the door, I feel like there's some kind of door that's being, this person is offering that openness, but you're like, I am totally in my own energy right now. So it seems like this offer is amazing and beautiful and wonderful. There's some closure that hasn't happened, but the offer itself, it's like, it might be too good to be true. It looks like it's more about trying to see if you're available, trying to see if you're open. Let me see about this person's energy here. They're trying to overcome self-sabotage, all up in their headspace, but they're not really trying to create a bridge. This is more about breadcrumbing, like offering a little bit here, taking it back, offering a little bit, taking it back. Here's the Page of Swords reversed. So you have a couple of pages. So there are messages coming, but this is, first of all, somebody who's spying on someone, but also this is negative self-speak. Oh, and I'm hearing negative intentions, like just not having right intentions. Let's take a look at this Knight of Cups here. What, Pisces? We're looking at your person who you're thinking about, their energy, right? So here we have that Page of Pentacles again. Somebody's coming and offering something, but there's some kind of not genuine energy here. Ingenuous energy, mind games about something that hasn't fully had closure. Let's take a look at the energy that you share together. So this Queen of Swords here, getting really clear on her intrinsic intention, is talking about those Ten of Pentacles, talking about those dynamics, those group dynamics, those relationship dynamics. She's thinking about that in a very rational way. And this is both of you having that understanding that that's happening. There's energy that's stopped. There's a building together that has stopped, and it was really cleared away. It was really clear cut, boom, over, done kind of thing. And the Fool reversed. Okay, what we're talking about is a cycle. And the cycle that I'm seeing this intrinsic intentioned queen is talking about is this cycle of being cut off, the cycle of being discarded and replaced. Done that before, reaching out again. So there's this cycle of idealization, devaluing, discarding, and replacing. So if that resonates with you, Pisces, be aware of that happening be aware of that happening around you. Be aware of that type of energy around you. That's what it feels like. Let me look at your energy, clarifying your energy around a situation. You're in this self-validation. You're looking at the truth of what was going on versus the mind manipulation and the mind games and even lies that were happening in the past. And this is you being in observing mode, but also co-creating with the universe. So looking at that, this observing mode and co-creating with the universe, it's like I'm no longer fighting for some kind of understanding around all of these betrayals. I feel like you have a pretty good sense of what happened here. And I don't feel like it felt very good. Still talking about this tower moment, this huge blow you out of the water change. And you're like, yeah, switch channels. This is also, I feel like your energy is talking about needing that type of change and totally switching channels. I feel like that can also be this. Haven't gone through the rite of passage just yet, but that's what you are observing and holding until you decide to do that. Go through that rite of passage and switch channels, making the big change of releasing your energy from the past and totally looking forward into the future. So let's take a look. Let's clarify this energy happening this month. Right. There's some looking back at things that were really, I'm hearing untoward, but looking back at some things that were really devastating and now being neutral and in healthy self-reflection about it. And this is also looking back at the past and looking back at the past around worth, around how you identified your worth. And this breadcrumbing, not building the bridge for this. Yeah. And this is, I'm hearing about stability. This is about you reflecting around your own feelings of safety around this situation. And this can be physical safety, but it's really like emotional and mental safety. It looks like there was so much lying and manipulation here that this is what you're reflecting on, this power struggle, it seems like. Sheesh. All right, I want to take a look at energy that you maybe don't see coming this month, Pisces. We've got mature woman, high honor, privileged lady, courthouse. I'm going to pull one more. Actually, one more wants to come. Official person and occupation. This was reversed. I don't usually read these reversed, these Kipper cards, but I feel like this is indicating some kind of occupation that you had in the past or some workplace or job that you had in the past. So that might be significant relating to what you don't see coming this month. What it looks like is there's been some maturing and moving forward, like kind of being able to see in hindsight and extract wisdom from that. And the high honor is having to do with this Empress and self-validation and really identifying your own worth. And when you identify your own worth, you really don't need somebody else to identify it for you. You know what it is. I feel like there are two storylines here, or at least two layers. On one hand, when you know what your worth is, you are the privileged lady. And this is an intrinsic thing. It doesn't have anything to do with the gender of the cards. Cards don't have the gender. But this also, so you're the privileged lady because you see your worth. So, but also for some of you, there's a third party here. And it even looks like with the courthouse, I feel like there's some kind of, there might be a divorce happening or there might be a marriage happening, but it seems like some kind of a third party. And this official person, I also feel like there's somebody coming to tell you something officially. And it could be some kind of, it's like, it could be a workplace, it could be occupation, but it also could be some type of responsibility that you held in the past that you no longer hold, or it could be somebody that you knew around that time when you held that responsibility. It feels like you're getting information from that time or from a person from that time, that like this expectation, like that you don't see coming this month. Okay. So let me go ahead and look at messages of love oracle cards. What do your angels and guides want to tell you about this? Pisces, this turned out to be quite a heavy on the looking back at the past and reevaluating. I do feel a lot of neutrality there. For this being, it looks like it was overwhelming at one time. It's no longer overwhelming. A lot of wisdom gained from this, patience, everything will unfold in divine timing. You did get that Hanged Man card, but instead of feeling like this waiting, it feels like you're taking moments for yourself. You're taking the time that you need. Stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. I feel like there's somebody who feels like you're there. Excuse me, Pisces. Somebody who feels like you're always going to be there. But this also stability, this relationship can stand the test of time. This is about you self-validating the relationship between yourself. That was even that 2 of Cups in your advice earlier. It's this relationship with yourself can stand the test of time. There's stability there. Fall in love with you kind of thing. Put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. I feel like this has to do with a little bit of how this other person may be stalking or gathering information about you, but it can be a message for you too. Like, don't do that. Don't look at that. Don't drive yourself crazy. Don't even start it. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. This definitely feels like a soul lesson. A soul lesson in self-awareness, self-worth, self-validation. It feels like this person helped you learn those things, maybe in a not so good feeling way. Let's take a look at your romance angels and what they have to say about this, Pisces. Your romance angels want to tell you about this situation. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I feel like this person is trying to perhaps open that door and love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. It's this time to reflect and look back at patterns from the past. Super important time for you, Pisces. Past life relationship, you've known each other before. That's also why I feel like it's been difficult to wrap it up. It's been difficult to take that rite of passage and move on to the calmer waters. So I will say this though, I don't feel like this is living in the past. I feel like this is reflection. I feel like this is looking at this in a really rational way and recognizing the patterns that were going on. You've had the 10 of Pentacles come up a couple of times, looking at the dynamics and the patterns of what was happening. I feel like has so many layers. I feel like there's the soul lesson wrapped up into that as well. this is about you making choices. Are you going to make the same choices? Are you going to make different choices this time? Where are you in your process and in your progress, in your soul lesson? It's all about you. It's not about the relationship or this other person. Look at the bigger picture. Okay. Have faith in your dreams. I feel like that's a lot of what this is. Have faith in your dreams. This Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there's somebody who's trying to offer you something that seems like that, but that evaluation also has to do with what are your dreams and what is it that you want. Having faith in your dreams. I feel like this is talking about the dreams that you have for yourself that don't include a partner. It's not the expectations or what they determine are the dreams. What are your dreams? What do you want? And adjustments are required. Time to adjust what it is that you're manifesting. What is it that you want to manifest? It might be different than what it was before, what you're wanting. You know what, Pisces, I want to ask, what does this person want to say to you? Looks like someone's trying to open a door here, but still there's this, I'm hearing, what can I get away with, really? Well, what does this person want to say to you? For all that I've blessed and all that I've wronged, but it's reversed. This person might look like they're coming in with an apology, but it's not sacred. It's not genuine. What else do they want to say to you? King of my heart. I feel like they miss energy that you gave them. I feel like they miss energy that you gave them. When you started self-validating, you cut off some of that energy inadvertently, and they miss that flow of energy. Anything else? I am the key. Yep, all about energy. They miss that energy. I just have this feeling, though, that they're going to drain you. Something like a phenomenon. Do you want to thug or do you want to love? Like, I don't even feel like they're getting to the stage where they can have a conversation about the past. I think that's what you're coming to realize, and you're getting your own resolution. The G.I. Joe crawl, but it's reversed. There's some lack of playfulness or lightheartedness in this person coming forward. And I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Again, it's reversed. Their apology is not. Their apology is not sound. Okay. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Let me know how this resonated, and I will be back in a couple of days with another energy check. Love you. Talk to you soon.